Hello, you all. Hi, it's Tease. Good day. Good afternoon. Good evening. I hope all are well. Hope all are safe. So I made a video previously, which I'm gonna add it to this one, but it's gonna be played on back play, from the tablet. And the part that actually blows me with these devices. Okay, so literally, I made a video. I think it's about 15 minutes. I make the video and then I go to upload it on the tablet, and it says, "Oh, well, this video is not supported." So basically, it won't upload. I don't know if it requires more apps or whatever it is, but it won't upload because according to the tablet, it's not supported in order to play. But another thing is, if it's not supported to play, then why the F would you record it? So that's the part that I don't understand about technology, software, and all this stuff, and literally how this editing and all that. That part just blows me, because I'm thinking, like, if the camera can record it, you should be able to play the damn video. Like, it'll play through the files, but it won't play as far as on the device itself, which is blows me again, because if it's not supported, why the hell would you sit there and record it? But that's pretty much what I wanted to add in, because I had a few epiphanies too, because I feel like people, men and women, from black and abroad, basically anybody will have the nerve to sit down and talk shit about black women as if A, they're a black woman, and then as if B, they know what the hell's going on, because everybody feels like they're so smart, they have all the relationship advice, they have all the answers, or they have this and that, or they know what the problem is, but nobody's fixing the damn problem, and nobody's fully analyzing the problem. Because if I can tell you, oh, black woman ain't shit because she's masculine, or because she's this and that, then what are the solutions to combat her masculinity, or to make her not this and that? Because of all these things that the black woman is, those are pretty much symptoms of what's really going on. Because I can promise you, we're all not so sexy red, we're all not Cardi bitches, and we're all not okay with leaving our children for dead. You see what I'm saying? So while you got 2 or 3 ratchets out there, they do not represent everybody. And if they do, where are the table flippings? You see them? Where are the women that are flipping the table? Like, Cardi bitch, and I've said this a million times, Cardi bitch don't represent me. She's not even the same type of Negro that I am. You see what I'm saying? There's different type of niggers out there. And y'all think I'm playing up there if there's not. Even the niggers that are here in America, there are different types of them. Even if you're from here or swam here, we're all not the same. And you'll think like, oh, we are all niggers are the same. No, we're not. Because you get mugs like this, the sexy reds and the Cardi bitches. I don't claim them. Because bitch, you are suicide. You are detrimental to my survival. If we have that Cardi bitch and not so sexy red mentality, we're not going to last long at all. Because we're going to be eaten alive and dead from disease, and then our children are left to the wolves to be eaten alive, and then that's it. We're done from there. So with that mentality, you're not going to last. If we literally grew up from the start of niggers up until now with that sexy red or Cardi bitch mentality, we would not make it to 2024. Literally, we go back to the beginning of civilization. With that attitude, we would not be here in 2024. We're only here now because this is how to get rid of us now. Oh, bring in not so sexy red or Cardi bitch. That's how you destroy yourself in the youth. You see what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that they wasn't ratchetness back in the day, or even back in the beginning of times, but it wasn't so bad to where now you can see that brick wall right now. I can see that brick wall right now versus seeing it centuries and millenniums ago. You see what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. So everybody got relationship advice figured out. Everybody know what the problem is with the black woman, but nobody's fixing it. That's why I say you might want to shut the F up, because you don't know what the F you're talking about. This is it's an attack. This is a war. It's a genocide. And then literally while people are being genocided, you don't need to be talking shit as if you know what you're talking about, because you don't. Because you're not addressing the real issue. Address the part where the genocide comes into play. If this is a time of genocide, and this is a form of genocide, and basically this is how the tactic that they're using to destroy people, focus on that, and therefore we can understand why. But don't just literally point the finger at the victim, which is the black woman. And even the black men, even though they're under attack, they're not the real victim, because the black woman, when you're out there on your own with children, that means once you're destroyed, then you don't have to worry about the black man or the black woman. You see what I'm saying? But y'all don't understand that, because y'all too busy trying to divest. You think that, my baby mama is acting like not so sexy red or Cardi bitch now. Now I need to go get the Bride of Chucky. Now I need to go lay up with somebody that don't look like me. And so instead of y'all fixing the problem, y'all will use the woman's problem. Basically, we use her struggle, which is the Cardi bitch crisis. Because they're basically telling them, oh, it's okay to be ratchet. It's okay to be So, because again, while the parents are black women are being ratchet, the children are fed to the wolves. Nobody's addressing that issue. They're pointing the finger at her for being a not so sexy red or a Cardi bitch. You see what I'm saying? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play this video, and then I'll probably give my commentary from there. So this was the video that I had previously. So I recorded it on the tablet, but it wouldn't play. So I'll just give you what I have here and then put my 2 cents in it. Oh, you all, hello, it is T Skadet. Good afternoon, good evening. I hope all are well, hope all are safe. So I was watching a few videos. You get some videos where one part will say, oh, the black woman this and the black woman that. Like, everybody has so many opinions, but is that identifying the problem, or is that victim blaming? Now me, I'm not one. I am one who have been under attack my entire life, literally, like, upon exiting the womb up until now. But one thing that I have not claimed, or one title that I have not claimed, I have never claimed to be a victim. Because basically any struggles that I go through, or any type of obstacles, I've learned to take that as pretty much a challenge against my power and strength. Because the whole world can be convinced, and even I can be convinced, oh, I'm not shit, or I'm just a nobody, I'm just a this and that. But people, while everyone believes that, even myself, people go out of their way. They group up, they link up, they meet up, they spend big money to make sure I stay that way. You see what I'm saying? So if that's truly who I was, it's one of those things where you don't have to call a spade because it should be obvious. You see what I'm saying? If it's obvious that you're just a piece of shit, you're nobody, then I shouldn't have to go out of my way to make sure you're nobody. Because if that's who you naturally are, or if that's what's in your DNA, or that's because your IQ is low, whatever it is, you don't need to make sure that that is that. You can take a bird, a bear, a dog, a rat, a roach, whatever. You don't have to spend money to make sure a roach is still a roach, or to make sure a bird is still a bird, because it should be obvious, especially with everybody in the world claiming to be so effing smart, and really are not. That's our problem. People don't use their damn brains anymore. And before I continue, and before I get back on topic, for people who can't use their brains, can't use critical thinking, like if you literally can't put 2 and 2 together, or you put your common sense together to understand what's really going on, then virtually you are the problem too. Because you'll be the type that'll sit down, just like with this video that I just watched. I literally just watched a $2 Kevin Samuels video, and they're basically pointing the finger at the black woman, like, well, why is the black woman, why is she this and that, and why is it hard for her to date out there? And that's called victim blaming. And like I say, I don't call myself a victim, but that's pretty much what it is. You're taking the people, the number one person, if not one of the number one people who are being targeted in this world, and then you're blaming them for the effects of being targeted. You see what I'm saying? Because no other group of women have to worry about people coming for them and their children. When we come up missing and our children come up missing, the world continues to spin, and you'll be lucky if you make the news. So it's one of those things, like, people see what's going on, and they see that you're in trouble, they see that you're struggling, and nobody gives a damn. You see what I'm saying? So it's like everyone is complicit with your demise, but then they, at the same breath, they'll turn around and say, like, oh, what's wrong with oh, she's overly feminine, or she's this and that, or the victim is always this and that. And the reason why I say the black woman is more of a victim than a black man, just like how this guy said, oh, well, no one will date you, or whatever it is going on with the black woman, why she's last on the menu, but front page when it comes to stealing somebody's robe. That's the part when it comes to us and our people that I don't understand, because we literally are the gift and the curse. We're the gift because we feed the world knowledge, we feed the world culture. Basically everything that you see the world doing and making all that, it started with us. But I'm thinking the curse comes in, it's like, yeah, you have good trinkets, but when it comes to you, like as a person or as a being, as an individual, or even as a group, it's like you're not desired, you know? Like you might have 1 or 2 blacks, Michael Jordan, great, but it ends at Michael Jordan. There won't be a group of niggas doing great and working in peace, because that's just not something that's acceptable. It's not acceptable on the in crowd, and it's not acceptable in the world. Because everyone will claim, like, oh, it's because y'all won't get a job, it's because y'all won't get right. But literally the second all of us snaps out of it and say, okay, we're going to get ourselves together and we're going to start building ourselves up, since we're centuries in the hole, and the world will stop to stop us from making improvement. You see what I'm saying? Because if we build ourselves up, then that means the whole world will have to stop. Because who the hell do you think they're using to feel like something? Yeah, they're bringing in the migrants now to be some kind of quote-unquote replacement, but you can't replace the original people. Now, you can kill us off like you've been doing, but you can't really replace the original people, because there's things that comes, in place of, like, natural order, so to speak. And once you get out of natural order, then there will be no one will exist. And that's probably what's happening. I think they are willing to take everybody out just to get rid of a certain caliber of people. But again, when you get these group of women, okay, so you have the black women that she's this and that, she's all of the worst things in the world, but yet everybody wants her features, though. You know what I mean? People die on the table to get her body. People, I don't know, and even some men, they say you're not desirable, but I mean, plenty of men have been killed behind a woman, so I don't know, or a black woman in particular. I don't know if they were set up or if they just, I don't know what that's about. But there's parts where it's really said that no one wants the black woman. I'm thinking that's all by conditioning. It's by conditioning, because you'll get that one ratchet woman, and somehow she represents all of the women in the world, which is not true. Because you have very successful women too, which is why women are looked down on too. Like, oh, well, you think you're better than me, or you don't need me now because you're a doctor, or you're this and that, or you're a business owner, or basically you're too big for your britches, so now you don't need your men. So it's like, how is it that we're quote unquote successful, but yet we're quote unquote not desirable, as if people don't want the black woman? No, they probably just don't want us a certain way. But I don't think it's like, oh, you're really just undesirable. Like, I don't think that part is true. And if it is, then why is that? Why are we conditioned to believe that? And why is everyone okay with it? I feel like that's like one of those inside attacks and those inside tricks and traps, and everyone is complicit and content with it. Because you literally go. You're literally, as we speak, literally the number one target. I say the number one target because even though black men and black women are under attack, it's worse for the black woman because she's out there on her own with the children. And like I say, once you destroy the youth, then it's a wrap. You see what I'm saying? So that's why it'll be easier to go after the woman, because she's going to be out there on her own, or should be out there on her own, because let the world tell it, no one will date her, or she's going to be out there by herself and everyone's okay with it. So while she's out there by herself with children, when they come up missing, women and children, no one's going to give a damn. You see what I'm saying? And then with that being said, where you're out there being left for dead, or out there to be exploited and taken advantage of in every way, people still have the nerve to part their lips to speak out about your issues. And that's why I say at this point now, if you can't use your brain or do critical thinking and actually really think and understand what's really going on, then I feel like you just need to be eliminated the long way. Because like I say, ignorant people like that, like those fake ass Kevin Samuels, people sit out, think they got everything figured out, think they know what the hell's going on, and then they want to make excuses as to why the black man wants nothing to do with the black woman. Oh, well, y'all don't know how to act, y'all this and that. And then that's why you run into the arms of the bride of Chucky, and they'll make excuses for that. Now mind you, the black woman's supposed to be so raggedy or so trifling, or whatever it is, endangered, whatever it is about the black woman, but she's so this and that. But then they'll go to other groups of women and make excuses for them. They have no excuses and no complaints for the women that will kill them and get away with it. None. I have yet to hear one complaint. Even with that guy's name, the Jonathan Major, I don't even think he spoke out of him against her being this and that. That lady literally beat the hell out of him, and then he went to jail for making her scratch her hand while beating him, or making her hit her head while, I don't know, whatever happened to her after she stubbed her toe while beating his ass, and he went to jail. And I don't think he spoke out like, oh, watch out. I don't think anybody said, beware of the pink woman. She'll lure you in and then kill you. No one has ever said that. But what they will do is make excuses, and they'll still use that as a reason. Out of all of these examples, even from let me see, from OJ, it goes beyond OJ, but we'll just start at OJ. From OJ on down to whoever the latest black man was to get murdered by a pink woman, none of them have spoken out against the others But I'm sure they would talk about you and your mother, the black woman and your mother, in a second. You see what I'm saying? Because I don't know if that's because I feel comfortable with talking about you because that's who I'm used to. But I can promise you, if I have a problem with the black man, I'm going to talk about the black man, but I'm not going to say, oh, Jamal, you ain't shit. Jason over here is the best. He don't give me no problems. Other than a toe tag, I don't have no complaints. No. That's why I say if you can't use your damn brain, or if you can't come out of that brain damage or that sick mind frame, then you need to be put out of business the long way. Because like I said, that's the problem with the world. This is why the world is so conditioned into thinking that up is down and right is wrong. Because people like that who don't use their damn brains, and everybody will think the same way, and as long as somebody gives them validation, like a fake ass Kevin Samuels or a fake ass celebrity or some fake ass person on top, just because they said that now the world's, oh yep, it is. It's been a black woman this whole time. So how the hell is the black woman the problem when she's the number one target? So basically, that's called victim blaming, and then that's called, while I'm blaming you, I'm not going to address the real issue. Like how dare you? I would say the next person that part their lips about black women, even if you are black, I would say you need your ass whooped. Because honestly, I would feel like with me, I talk shit because when I talk shit, it's for you to step back, wake up and smell the roses to see yourself. I want you to see yourself. I don't talk about you so I can make you feel bad while I'm in bed with Jason or the bride of Chucky. That's the problem with y'all niggers. These nigger men, what y'all do is you talk down on your women. Basically, you despise your mother or you despise your sisters, whatever it is. You despise the black woman, but yet you're going to uplift the woman that's going to eventually destroy your dumb ass, and then she skates into the sunset with your money or with your oils, and then that's all they wrote for you. You see what I'm saying? You're just another dead nigger, and she's off to the next dumb nigger. You see what I'm saying? But nobody says anything. Nobody has spoken out about, not one black man has said anything about that. Like, okay, hey, y'all be careful, because I call myself dating this white woman because I thought the grass was greener and she damn near killed me. Or y'all don't date these white women or these others because you thought the grass was greener and I survived an attack. Nobody came out like that. But you'll sit down, you will sit your black ass down and sit in a circle or sit on a podcast and talk about black women all day as if it's really her. Do you really think it's black women that's telling you that it's okay to have sexy reds and Cardi bitches running around? Now that y'all might relate because y'all probably just as ratchet as them, but do you really think that the black woman is okay with that? Like, okay, I'm a sexy red, I'm a Cardi bitch, I have STD lip gloss. Do you really think that that's okay and she ought to be put on the pedestal? You can't go into no corporate job talking about going in there with a sexy red mentality. And if you are, then you're going to be the first and last nigger bitch that does that. Because everyone knows that that's mentality that they're putting out there, as far as our representative, will not be tolerated anywhere in this world. You see what I'm saying? But that's the image that they want to give you. Okay, well, you're just a whore, you're just a this and that, no one will take you. And that's to bring you down, to bring your value down. So when something happens to you, don't nobody give a damn. That's what's happening right now. When your women and children come up missing, don't nobody give a damn. Because the black man's going to leave you hanging because he's too busy making excuses for the bride of Chucky so he can get with everybody but anybody that looks like him. You see what I'm saying? Because I can tell you, these mugs will sit down, black men and women will sit down in a second and talk about women, black women all day, but they haven't parted their lips one time to speak about these pink women that lie on you and kill you, to say the least. I have yet to meet, I want to meet, these fake ass Kevin Samuels or these people with these podcasts, they have all this relationship advice, to see what you have to say about these interracial daters who found themselves a nigger or found themselves a good nigger and eventually destroyed them. I want to know what John the Major has to say. I want to know what OJ had to say before he bit the bullet. He probably didn't have to say nothing, but the only thing he said was where the white women. But that's the problem. Yeah, we'll go out there and divest, and you found greener grass, but yet while you're enjoying your greener grass before the storm, you leave your women for dead, basically. We're left for dead. And then you leave the children too. That means, you're okay with the black women and the black children being wiped out. So while we're being wiped out, y'all have the nerve to sit y'all stankin' dumbasses down talking shit about people who you don't. My thing is, if you haven't lived a life as a black woman, don't part your lips about black women. It's gonna get to the point now. You got anything? I don't care if you say, her I didn't like the way her vocals are. I didn't like the way she sang. I don't give a damn if you critiquing her shoes, or one shoe had dust on it. You should be stoned. Cause my thing is, if you haven't walked a mile in the shoes of a black woman, or if you don't know what it's like to be a black woman in America or even in this world, or to be left for dead, then you might want to shut your fucking mouth and don't speak on nothing that you don't know nothing about. So people who from Africa, it was some dusty bitch from Africa, oh, well, black women do this and that, and the bitch, worry about what's going on in Africa. Make sure your stomach stays full, and make sure you keep the flies off. You see what I'm saying? You got people who got their own problems and want to sit around and speaking shit about people who are being under attack and being wiped out as we speak. Like, literally, everybody had their own genocidal problems. You're getting genocided in Africa the same way we're getting genocided here. Worry about Africa. Make sure your toilet flush, and make sure you don't get eaten by flies. Worry about that. Don't come over here, swim over here for a better life and talking shit about people that you know nothing about. And my thing is, if you can survive a week in our shoes, if you can survive a week of my torment, then you can probably tell me hi. But yeah, so pretty much, yeah, I just kind of want to have a spin-off of that video in 1 second. Kind of moving around while I was playing, but yeah, spin off on that. Like literally everybody has the answers when it comes to what's the niggers. It's always something so simple too. All I got to do is get a job, or all you got to do is this and that. And the second you do that, the second the niggers just remotely say, hey, I'm just saying this, mind you, I'm just talking shit, don't plan on doing nothing, but hey, all of the niggers plan on getting themselves together, or all of the niggers plan on cleaning up the, basically the message is all the niggers are about to do good or do well for themselves, and then for some reason the world is going to stop. People are going to know, hi, what, where, or that'll never work. Everyone always has the answers to the niggas, but then when the niggas try to work it out, then somebody always got something to say. So my thing is, there's always something. If you don't have a solution, then shut the F up. Shut the F up. Yeah. So, yeah, it's just getting to the point now where it's like, especially since the brick wall is right there, since the brick wall, everyone should be able to see the brick wall now. Like, if you're not helping, shut the F up. If you don't have a solution, shut the F up. If you're just talking shit, shut the F up, because it's going to get to the point where it's like, okay, now it's time to start eliminating the problem. And that is our problem. You know what the crazy thing is? It's not because, oh, we're reckless. The problem's not because we're reckless. The problem is not because we ain't shit. The problem is we don't do anything about the problem. We're literally one that's surrounded by problems, got your own problems from inside out, and it's still going on because we haven't nipped the problems in the bud. That's the problem. Our problem is allowing the problem to still be there, talking shit, or to still be there, telling us, what to do and what's wrong. You see, that's the fucking problem. The problem is making the moves and calling the shots. Eliminate the problem and see how the world would be the better place. Now, some people like the chaos though, which is a problem too, because it's the natural state is not chaotic. And I'm not saying you can have chaos the same way there's up and down. I'm not saying you can't have up when you're down or can't have down when you're up, but there's a time and place for that. You see what I'm saying? You're on the up section. This is the section that needs to be cleaned up. So that means things have to be a certain way on this section. And like I say, there is an up and down, there is a chaos, there is a mad, there is an angry, but that's a particular department. You see what I mean? It has to match with the department. Otherwise, it'll be tacky, and otherwise, the world will be thrown up, and then otherwise, people be getting their ass whooped when they thought Pink Jesus should be coming. You see what I'm saying? So that's the problem. Too much chaos in the wrong department, or too much chaos in the whatever it is, too much going on, and the problem must be nipped in the bud, or the problem must blow up in the faces of the problem stops. It ends here. Yeah, so yeah, there's very much, I don't know. To me, like the traumatic part of it, like the trauma, I'm thinking it's more of the trauma of it. Like it's the traumatic, but then it's like there needs to be healing time too. Like even if it's okay, we're in a burning building, and I don't want to say we can't actually heal until it's all of the craziness is out the way, because like I said, it's going to be a huge crazy sweep, but the healing needs to be there too, or at least somewhat there to help with the process, because it's like literally just you're enduring too much. It's still gonna eventually, even if it blows out, it's anything that's, you know, like it's over or too much pressure, it's gonna come out anyway, like voluntarily or involuntarily, you know. So it's like you take in so much, and it must come out. Like I said, the whole up and down, what goes up and down. Yeah, so I would say if you're in a sticky situation, like there needs to be some type of healing or even therapy, if you will. And there needs to be a healing process, because like I said, you won't be really able to even enjoy the reality with the trauma, too much trauma on the head. And it's hard to kind of release trauma too, because it's one of those things where it spills, it literally gets in, like it does get into the fabric, it really does. It'll come out one way, shape, or form, kind of like, oh, you mean well, but it's like, oh, you tend to bark, or you bite. That's kind of how I am. Like, I'm very cool, but I do bite, you know. Very sweet and humble, but yes, I do bite. Yes, I do. And bite hard, too. And I go for the jugular, but that is neither here nor there. Yeah, I need to do... Yeah, so, I don't know, that was just kind of, and that kind of got sidetracked too. I was kind of doing a little bit of everything as that video was playing. But it's kind of like, yeah, well, people, it's like they get, and that's another thing too that I've noticed. It's like they'll say something like, mind you, we have been the punching bag and the throw rug for centuries. So for centuries, throw it on the niggers ain't shit. Or it's pretty much, it's quick like your windows. But it's like when you go to do something about it, then it's like everybody, oh, you can't do that. That's the problem. It's like you're literally on your own turf, or you thought you were on your own turf, and it's like you can't even be at peace. You can't breathe. You can't survive. You can't live. You see what I'm saying? They don't even want you to, like, who the hell are you? And then, like, literally, and we have the nerve to sit back and participate in our own demise, or have the nerve to talk about each other, you know, at a time such as this, where you can see what's going on. I see the attack, and like literally while I'm being attacked, and honestly, this is one thing that I can say too, and this is, I don't know, to help people understand, you know, if I speak on melanated people, whether it's positive, up or down, that's me speaking on it, and I'm speaking on it from the inside looking in, and the outside looking, pretty much I'm speaking on it because I am of this. You see what I'm saying? So it's like I'm going to say something about my territory. Like I know how I like things, and things can't be cool and comfortable if I'm not cool and comfortable. You see what I'm saying? So therefore, I clear the environment, or clear the energy, if you will. So yes. So if I tell you about yourself as one of the nappy-headed community, then that's what it is. This is for you to understand, for you to see what's going on, and then you to do something about it. Because even if it's something where it makes you salty or you're mad, just focus on what made you salty and then fix it. And therefore, it don't apply to you, so now you're not salty anymore. You know, 'cause a lot of people too, they react off of reaction. Like I was offended or triggered by what you said, whatever you say. Even if it's just shut up and clean up. Some people will get mad about stuff like that. And I don't know if it's something where I'm mad because you snapped me out of la la land, or I'm mad because you stepped on my toe, or because that was true, whatever it was. That's obviously something that you need to work on if you were salty about it. You see what I'm saying? Because if it's something that you really think it's right, or it's not a problem, or don't apply to you, then it shouldn't bother you at all. But if it does, then there's obviously some truth there. So all that means is shut the hell up and clean yourself up, and then therefore you are no longer salty. But yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like, this is a crazy, filthy, nasty world that we live in, and a lot of people, they want to point the finger. They have the answers to everything. But one thing that I can tell you, that they can say the niggers are this and that. I can promise you, they won't last 1 second. Literally, it was as a test. There was a test from the Jane Elliott lady. Actually, hold on, un momento. had to literally, I was like, what? Why the heck am I sinus? I had to clear my sinus, and I forgot there was literally an incense or something burning in the background. I'm like, oh, really? Choking the shit out of me. I'm like, I didn't know what the hell. But yeah, there's a lady, her name is Jane Elliott. She's, I'm sure you've heard of her, sure you've seen her, but an older pink lady. And that she pretty much says, oh, hey, you pink people have been, you know, giving the niggers a hard time. You guys lied to the niggers. You guys, basically, y'all lied to the niggers and get right. But I'm thinking she kind of have her limits too, because it's kind of like one of, yeah, you talk a good game, but she now, I would say as far as her doing, is quote unquote doing, is she'll show you that the pink people can't take the heat. So this is how I kind of got like instead of seeing it like with my own eyes, like I see it like, as far as in other places, like this is real, this is really happening. So what she pretty much was saying, okay, if you have pink people, or if you have blue eyes or blonde hair, pretty much if you're like the average pink person, or if you're quote unquote pink, then you'll get treated a certain way. You have to go to the end of the line, and maybe you won't get any candy, but it was no type of discrimination as if, okay, I'm going to kill you, or you're going to be hit. It'll just be something where it's like, okay, well, you can't have any, or you got to sit in the back, or you get baloney. It'll be something where it's like, okay, they get to go to the party, but you can't, pretty much. That'd be the worst. Or you just can't. So they'll have an experiment. The Jane Elliott, she'll like, okay, hey, blue eyes, hey, blonde hair, you can't come in here, or you can't sit there. Hey, no, you're not getting into that, blue eyes. Basically, long story short, within an hour of the experiment, now mind you, these are young pink women, and then there's older pink women, young pink men, older pink women. So you'll have maybe school age pink children, and then you'll have adult pink men and women. Now, these are different experiments. Got the children, men, women. So basically, within an hour of and mind you, there are some Negroes there too. So you'll have some pink people, and then you'll have some Negroes there. And we'll just say like we're in a meeting, and they'll say for this experiment, no one with blue eyes or blonde hair can come into the meeting, or no one with blue eyes and blonde hair can get pizza. You get peanut butter and jelly, or you get bologna, or you get nothing, basically. So literally, so with experiments such as that, no one getting hurt, no one getting touched. Within 1 hour of the experiment, there's grown men and women and children crying, like literally ready to fight, gotta call security. They're melting in their chair, not because somebody hit them, not because somebody threatened to kill them and their family, or not because somebody did kill them and their family, because they couldn't go here or do that. They just couldn't believe. Basically, long story short, these pink people just could not believe that you told, oh, they can't go there, or they can't have this. Now, you see the hypocrisy. Like, they can tell you what you can and can't do, or you don't deserve to live, but if you remotely just whisper that in their ear, they're already melted. You see what I'm saying? So let alone if you actually have to go through that. You actually have to, literally. I'm telling you. And this is something that I would be willing to do this. I would say within a week, or if you can survive a week to a month. I would say if whoever survives a week, I would say you're doing good, but I would say you wouldn't be advanced unless you can survive a month of the nigger treatment. So basically the name of the experiment is, do you want to be treated like a nigger? And of course it was no, like I say, within 1 hour, and mind you, this is a paid experiment. This isn't something where, okay, you got to do it for free, and like, again, we're going to kill you because you're being treated like a nigger. No, for this experiment, you're going to get college credits, you're going to get cash, or whatever it is to match the circumstances of the person. Okay, you're in college or you're in high school, this is going towards your school credits, or the other side, oh, well, you're an adult, and well, here's some money for your troubles for doing this experiment. And literally, we can't get through the experiment because these people are melting in their chairs and crying. Gotta call security, because I think the guy said he's gonna beat her. Yeah, he was ready to fight. I'm thinking like, wow. They just can't believe, what? How dare you treat me like a nigger? Can't take the heat, but had a nerve to try to dish it into something. So if you know you can't survive, you're not about this life. So it's like, it's one of those things, don't do it. That's why I say it's important to just shut the F up. Because taken to the test or put up to the challenge, I would be a monster. Like, oh, how dare you help us? That's why I said the demons they want to clutch their pearls. Like, literally, really? The demons want to clutch their pearls. Isn't that something? Anyway. Yeah, but that's my 2 cents in on that. Yeah, like me, again, if I talk shit, I'm talking shit because I'm from the inside. Like, and honestly, I don't have to prove myself or explain myself to anybody, but well, you all you do is talk about the niggas. Yeah, I do. And all of the above. But like I said, I do that because I'm actually doing this. I'm living this. I'm doing it. Like I said, I can talk about the niggas if I'm the one that have to walk by you. I'm the one that have to, you know what I'm saying? If I'm the one that have to, yes, and I'm gonna be the one that have to tell you and say something about it. That's how that works. So for other people, like I said, if you swam here for a better life, and that's gonna be a whole nother video. I don't know, do I merge this into this video? I probably could. But you get people who come here, they really do feel like they have it figured out. They'll come here, like one guy, he was like, oh no, since y'all Americans, the Americans don't want to work or they don't want to, but then don't get mad when people swim here to do it for nickels on the dollar. And I'm thinking like, here's the thing. The only problem with that, and I'm not saying that you can't wear my robe even though you are, but it's one of those things where it's like, if you swim here for a better life and you've arrived or you used those roaches that I wasn't using, because that's literally all it is. It's kind of like, okay, we have a mansion and I'm kind of uneasy or I'm kind of uncomfortable because this mansion has roaches. And then with you looking at me like you being ungrateful, that's just a roach. Like to you it's nothing, because it's like, again, having a toilet that flush or seeing a roach or two, that's a luxury, you know. So to some people, what's something that you're not thinking about is their prize. You see what I'm saying? They can come here, they don't mind coming here. Like I say, having the luxury of having a toilet that flush, that's all they need. Because to them, they have arrived. That's still a come up. No matter what's going on here, what we're going through, it's a come up. So my thing is, if this is a come up for you, and this is real life for me, it's one of those things where you can't come here and get your trinkets, like literally, even if it's just the sunlight. You come here and you get the sunlight and you're great. Like you have arrived. But that has nothing to do with me. So I'm saying, so you can't use your story of you swimming here for a better life and you've arrived. And you tell me, hey, you don't know what you're talking about. All you got to do is sit back in the sun, enjoy the roaches. You know what I'm saying? Flush your toilet at least once a month. You know, it's one thing. We don't have the same struggle in the same place. And then with that being said too, it's like everyone has arrived when they got here. It's like when you get around the niggers. Now I know we roam the earth. I'm talking about the American niggers. It seems like somehow the American niggers, like nobody has arrived until you've stolen the swag or something to do with the American niggers. You see what I'm saying? Because out of anywhere in the world, it seems like everyone thrives elsewhere. It's like they leave home and you do the best. And that could be my testimony too. Because literally, maybe back at home, I probably wouldn't know what sunlight is, and I probably wouldn't know, what's really out there in the world when it comes to, like me, I'm like literally from a small town of Illinois, and I'm thinking like, okay, so I get it as far as that aspect, but literally, like, coming from literally home, wherever you swim from, to come to America, and it's like, you've arrived here, but it's like you ain't shit at home. It's kind of like the police officer or the teacher, whatever it is. It's like you're not shit at home, but then when you come to work, it's like you're the one that's terrorizing everybody. Maybe that's what it is. That a foreigner thing, or that the people who just ain't shit at home. You ain't shit at home, but you've arrived when you got to work. Everybody always arrived around the American niggers, but ain't doing shit at home. This is the thing, you ain't shit at home. Which is why you know what I'm saying? Which is why you got to be amongst the nigger to feel like something. And it's something, my goodness, I just got all these epiphanies. Oh my goodness. But yeah, that's when I'm just like, oh, help us. But that's why I'm at this point now. Literally, I'm just more like, yeah, if there's no solutions, literally, if you're not helping me, you are harming me, you're against me, and attack, pretty much. Yeah, because it's just at the point now, there's way too much working against us, and it's just way too much of the wrong things to where anything less of perfection, no. That any of that raggedy shit, like, you have to try. You can't just, I'm just 100% raggedy, and then you okay with that? Yeah. Yeah, if nobody wanna at least try to halfway get right, you're not trying at all. Yeah, that's a dead giveaway too on who to get rid of, you know. Because like I said, if you don't, those are gonna be the ones to get rid of you. I can promise you that. Anybody can say, oh, you sound crazy, or you're being psychotic, whatever it is people say how I sound, but it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, well, if you don't get them, they're gonna get you. It's kind of like, okay, you see for instance, Jason, you see Jason coming, and it's like, can you really say something or yell at the TV screen in the movies if they're not doing anything about it? You see what I'm saying? You just sitting there, hey, won't you just sit there, you run, or hit them in the head, and they'll never do that. So it's like, can you really be surprised when Jason kills them if that's what they know? Oh, Jason's trying to kill me. What did you do about Jason? Nothing. I tripped 5 times, and He eventually got killed because I obviously wasn't trying to stop it, you know. So that's all. All right, let me shut up here. I'll shut up here. It's like I'm babbling now. All right, be well, be safe.